Remedial Chaos Theory?
Let's do it.
What could go wrong?
Everything.
Didn't they say 304? No, 303. I wrote it down twice.
We're here, guys.
We're here.
Remedial Chaos Theory.
Yay.
Probably episode people were waiting for.
I guess.
Yes?
It was a good episode.
Right. So Remedial Chaos Theory, a.k.a. Community and the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
A.k.a. Everything, Everywhere, All in Troy and Abed's new apartments. A.k.a. Did I plan that out in my head for a while? The answer is yes.
Nice. Good job.
I'm good. Okay, so let's do the setup before we get into the stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so. Troy and Abed's new apartment.
Come on.
Wow.
Remember?
What a great place. You guys look so fancy.
Thanks. We read a book on how to be the perfect party host. Rule number 1, dress to impress.
Rule number 2, avoid touchy topics like the Negro.
Oh my god.
The book was written in the 40s.
Oh, good, you guys are finally here.
Finally.
Shirley showed up at 3.
Time flies when I'm baking.
No, it doesn't.
We're having a little housewarming party at Troy and Abed's new apartment.
Yay. Good for them.
And so everybody comes over.
Mm-hmm.
So we see that Shirley's already been there baking, even though everybody's
She's
kind
been
of
there
like...
for hours.
She's been there
Baking.
since... Yes.
Oh, the door downstairs was propped open with this. This is really unsafe. Anyone could have just wandered into your building.
Like one of our guests?
I'll be right back.
Thank you, Troy. Let me give you ladies the grand tour. Bathroom, kitchen, who cares? And this is my scale model of the rolling boulder scene from Raiders. With
Nice.
actual rolling boulder.
That's impressive.
Adios, Vito.
Oh.
Pretty cool, huh?
Super cool. And sexy. Super sexy cool. Oh, for selling it.
I made pizza.
But we ordered real pizza.
Well, there's nothing more real than homemade. You didn't have some of the ingredients, so I used ketchup and cream cheese.
Oh, honey.
We ordered real pizza.
Oh, Abed. Okay. Hey, got you that.
So Annie and Britta have come first.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, hey, like, okay, look around, like, we see it. Mainly Abed wants to show them his, like, replica of the Indiana Jones boulder thing.
It's great. I love it.
Also, we should point out that Annie took a brick from their door, saying, like, anybody could get in, but that's because then they have to go down and get people.
So it's, like, kind of the point.
So then they do that to get Pierce and Jeff, even though they don't leave the brick door, whatever.
Yeah.
Bienvenido de la casa Ches Trobet.
Very nice. Oh, look. Indiana Jones in the apartment of perpetual virginity.
Chop busted, fellow adult. Chop busted.
It's nice. Not mansion nice, but it's nice.
It's nice.
Didn't you used to live in a mansion with me?
Yeah, but this is more my speed and century.
Doesn't bother me. I've hardly missed you at all since I had you removed from my portrait. Jeff, check it out. Serbian rum. So strong it is banned there. Banned in Serbia, Jeff. Let that concept.
That's just rubbing alcohol at that point.
So then they're like, okay, like, let's have fun, and, like, we're gonna play Yahtzee.
Yay.
And Jeff's like, I love how he's like, oh, I'm sorry, like, I have to also go somewhere else. I'm staying for a bit. And then...
Enjoy, I have to leave early.
Oh?
Yeah, sorry. I've got an invite to the opening of a new club. Look at this place. It's like it was designed for me.
It was. I made that in Photoshop and mailed it to you a month ago so that you keep tonight open on your calendar.
There's no such thing as single malt platinum boobs and billiards club? Oh, I guess I never said it out loud.
Tonight, we offer something far more than boobs and billiards.
What?
One word, 2 syllables.
Don't say charades.
Yahtzee!
Is charades off the table?
Abed's like, where are you going? And then he explains, like, it's like cool club, and Abed's like, yeah, I made that in Photoshop. And then Jeff's so sad.
No, it's so genius though. Abed deliberately constructed an event that was cooler than what they were doing, so Jeff would keep his calendar open to go to that event, but doesn't exist, so now he has no excuse and has nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
And... okay.
Yahtzee.
Now, how to play Yahtzee.
Is there nothing from our youth that these companies won't repackage for $1? Call it Yahtzee all you want. Everybody knows it's Puerto Rican chess.
Oh my god.
Annie, it's just a pizza.
We can't buzz them up. Someone has to go down.
So they're gonna play So they're playing. Yeah, they're starting to play Yahtzee,
Yeah.
and they ordered. Which ones? And they ordered pizza as well.
Yes, Shirley did try to make
Pizza out of ketchup and cream. That might act.
She was trying her best.
I'm wondering if ketchup and cream cheese would taste good.
somebody could probably make it taste good, but like probably not.
I mean, like cream cheese doesn't have like a huge flavor, and then to like ketchup is not.
Yeah.
You could probably anyway.
Yeah.
Community. So as they're they're about to get started, but then the buzzer goes off, which means that their pizza's there.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, who goes to get the pizza?
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Okay. Starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
Just so you know, Jeff, you are now creating 6 different timelines.
Of course I am.
Of course he is.
Oh, is this what we're doing?
Yep.
Oh my god.
2. 1, 2. Annie.
Okay, fine.
Bye.
Guess I'm going down.
All this talk of going down. Did you guys know I had sex with Eartha Kitt in an airplane bathroom?
Oh, we're about to eat.
Name dropping comes up organically.
Checking on my pies.
No. So first they go like,
Yep. Everyone so expertly goes at the same time. It's actually impressive.
right. So then Jeff's like, all right. She takes a die. Starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go get the pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know, Jeff, you're now making 6 separate timelines. Of course I am, Abed. So, it's the multiverse episode.
It's great. I didn't know where this episode was going because the only thing I knew about this episode was
like the meme?
was the one scene. Yeah.
I didn't even know the setup of that scene.
Exactly. So I didn't even know like the context and everything went into this. This is the multiple timeline is fantastic. It's a great setup for an episode.
So the wiki kind of has like a good amount of like the plot thing, but then also there is a lovely chart.
Oh, nice.
I was trying to find, because I thought there was like names for like each of the timelines, but I don't remember, but I don't actually think that's the case. I think they said that for YouTube's sake.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, but it also has it here too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the first roll is a 2. So from where everybody is, that's Annie. So Annie goes to get the pizza. And this is like, I think more of like a setup timeline of like, here's where stuff is.
Yeah.
So we start off with Britta puts on her iPod and to Roxanne.
Right.
No.
Oh. That would be me though.
Bathroom?
Yeah, over here.
Guys? What does a pregnancy test look like?
It's like a thin piece of plastic with a thing on the end of it.
Okay, so this is definitely a gun.
Whoa! Yeah, put that away.
Why does Annie have a gun?
She lives in a shitty neighborhood.
Shooter. Here, Troy. Happy housewarming.
Jeff, what are we gonna do about this?
I'm gonna get a drink.
It's so funny. I don't know. People hitting their heads.
Don't fight over them.
I love her apron.
Well, you can fight a little.
And Jeff stops her singing. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the fun thing. Like, a lot of, like, because it's, like, just, like, little things are changed based on, like, who gets pizza. So, like, it's funny.
Yeah.
Stops her singing. So then Britta asks to go to the bathroom. She goes to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. Shirley is going to go check on her pies. Pierce starts to tell a story about how he had sex with Eartha Kitt.
Yes. In an airplane bathroom.
And the group's like, nope. Troy finds a gun in Annie's purse because she lives in a terrible neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Pierce tries to give Troy a housewarming gift and it just gets ignored. Jeff doesn't want to deal with all the stuff, so he sends up to get a drink and he hits his head on the ceiling. Fan.
Oh, poor Shirley.
I beg your pardon?
Smells weird. What did you do?
Abed, you don't ask someone a question like that. It's not dignified.
Yeah.
Pizza!
Pizza! When Tony, me so hungry.
Pizza guy was super
Oh,
creepy.
Britta.
So you're saying he was a pizza guy?
I wonder what happened in those other timelines.
I bet there are no other timelines. Okay. Starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
And then Abed goes to knock on the bathroom door and asks Britta what's the smell coming out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And Britta's like, what? No, don't ask.
Super defensive.
And then Annie comes in, and then Britta's like, pizza!
Yeah.
Pizza!
She
Go
has like a
and
whole-
tell me so hungry. I do know that part.
Which is cool and normal.
Right. And that's that. I wonder what happened in the other timelines.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the first one is like, right, it sets the stage. Pretty normal.
Just so you know, Jeff, you are now creating 6 different timelines.
Of course I am, Abed.
Oh, this is good. This is good stuff.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shirley.
Okay. Just don't let my pies burn.
Remember, no one eats those pies.
Come on, let's just talk to her.
We tried that, Annie, but she ignored us. The woman has a baking problem. Now, I don't like being the bad guy any more than anybody else. No.
Aw.
Bathroom?
Yeah, over here.
rolls a 4.
Yeah.
It's Shirley.
Yes.
So she goes down and says, hey, check on my pies.
Yeah.
And they're like, guys, we're not going to eat any of her baked goods. Like Jeff says that. We're not going to enable her baking.
Why? What's the deal with the baking? Because why are they so opposed to it? I think the feeling is that she's been doing that a lot recently, so they want her to stop. Okay. But isn't that her whole thing? Like, her whole character introduction is wanting to, like, sell her baked goods. So, like, that's kind of her thing.
I think it's maybe a thing of, like, she's been pushing it too much recently, and maybe it's kind of like this joke of, like, that might be all she is.
Okay.
We got a rocks, and then no.
Mm-hmm.
So Britta puts it on, she goes to the bathroom.
We have a pact. We do not enable her baking. It's going to be better for her in the long run.
You know who got it in the long run? Eartha Kitt when I nailed her in the airplane bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What? Came up organically.
Did
No,
it?
it didn't.
Happy housewarming.
Oh. Cool. Thanks, Peters.
Oh my god.
What is it?
Look, it's a traditional Norwegian troll. When Troy and I were living together, I had it on display in the hall, outside his bedroom. He seemed very taken with it.
It used to watch me sleep.
Again, Pierce tries to tell a story about Eartha Kitt, and it stopped. He gives Troy the housewarming gift, which turns out is like a Norwegian troll doll from his apartment that Troy was freaked out about, which fair. It was creepy.
Which, Troy had a lot of feelings about, which is the longer that we go on, the more that we realize it's not a genuine gift. It is like a fuck you gift.
Yeah.
It is supposed to be like, oh, I actually know that you hate this. I'm going to tell you that I thought you liked it, but I know you hated it, and I'm here to torture you.
Yes.
Shame on you. Jeff, what are you going to do about this?
I'm going to get a drink.
Oh my god, are you okay?
I barely felt it.
Well, let me look at it in the bathroom. It's not dignified.
She's fine.
Did someone remember to take out my pipe? Seriously? Oh! Oh no!
Aw.
Seriously?
Shirley, it doesn't matter. We weren't going to eat them.
Jeff gets up, hits his head on the ceiling fan. Annie offers to help. They want to go to the bathroom. Britta's in the bathroom, so they go to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Shirley comes back. Britta's like super high. Nobody checks on the pies.
Mm-hmm.
So then they're burnt.
Burnt.
And then Shirley, they're like, Shirley, nobody's gonna eat your pies. And then she gets upset.
You're not allowed to have baking things as an identity.
Excuse me for being the only married woman in a group full of horny toads who sit around all night just making googly eyes at each other.
Googly eyes?
Oh.
Sure, it's okay.
That was really good.
The eyes of me either were the same.
Oh.
Shirley!
Adios, Vito. I don't know why she's so upset. Her pies probably didn't burn in the other timelines.
Abed, Shirley just had a nervous breakdown.
More like a nervous
Breakdown, I know. I didn't say it on purpose. And Abed, there are no other timelines.
Because they did that, and then she leaves in like a huff.
Yeah.
And everybody's upset.
Yeah.
And then I wonder what happened in the other timelines.
What would happen in the other timelines?
Okay. Starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
Just so you know, Jeff, you were not creating 6
Six
different
different
timelines.
Of course I am, Abed.
Nice.
3. 1, 2, 3, Pierce.
crap. Speaking of crap, I was taking one in an airplane bathroom when Eartha Kitt decided to bang me. What? That's where my mind went.
Did it.
Mine went.
I think this one's also a little bit set up, but we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3, which is Pierce. And then Pierce tries to tell a story about how he banged Eartha Kitt.
Yep. As time goes on, Pierce just wants to tell a story so bad that it doesn't even come up organically in the conversation. Just airplanes, bathrooms, Eartha Kitt sex.
Britta turns on Roxanne, gets blocked, goes to the bathroom.
I'm gonna check on my pies.
Bathroom?
Yeah, over here.
I love your place, Troy. You're all grown up now.
Can't believe those are real mahogany bunk beds. I bet that cost you a few allowances.
Oh, Troy!
Now we've done it.
Aw.
Britta's in the back. Adios, Vito.
Britta.
Troy.
Jeff makes fun of Troy for like, cause he's like still trying to him like a kid a bit, which is like upset to Troy. So then he wants to go into the bathroom, knocks on the door. Obviously, Britta's not actually going to the bathroom. She's like smoking a doobie.
Yeah, she's getting high.
Right, and then so then Troy enters the bathroom because like she said she was okay, and then
washing my hands.
Good, then I can come in.
Oh, hi. I was smoking a cigarette.
I know what you were doing. I'm 21 years old. I'm a man.
he's a man.
I know that. We all know
Oh,
that.
it's so
Why
good.
is Jeff always picking on me?
You seem to be a little hard on Troy lately.
I'm gonna get a drink.
Oh my god, are you okay?
Barely felt it.
Well, let me look at it in the bathroom.
Britta's in the bathroom.
Troy's like, yeah, I know what you're doing here. I'm 21. I'm an adult. Pulls out a thing of cigarettes.
Yep.
Hump candy.
And then, Britta goes to light a cigarette and he just eats it.
And then they have a nice,
It's so good.
And then they have a nice chat about like, the fact that like, yes, like we know that he is an adult. Like we know that you're an adult, Troy. And Jeff is just kind of like,
Flooding Antlers with you because you're a threat now. You got your own place. You've got a future. You've got a bowl full of olives next to the toilet.
It's a fancy party.
fancy party.
You know what Jeff has in his bathroom? Neither do I. He keeps his toiletries in a safe under the sink. His whole personality is based around guarding himself. You don't have to be like that to be a man.
You're really cool, Britta.
Aww.
Man, pizza guys are getting worse and worse looking.
He's not like, what is it? He's just being like hard on Troy and doesn't.
He's kind of threatened by, I think Britta
threatened by
implies
the
that he's
fact-
threatened by the fact that Troy's getting his life together.
Which like makes Troy feel better. It's like things like, oh, Britta's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, what happened?
A minor head wound. If there's an abrasion, we'll clean it with iodine and apply ice.
You make a good nurse.
Oh, he's into that. Oh, no.
Then I'd like to see her degree.
He's
The good ones went into porn.
Ceiling fan.
I miss all the fun.
I wonder what happened in all those other timelines.
Who cares?
You okay?
Oh my god.
Jeff hits his head and he offers to like handle it. They go to the kitchen. So then Pierce went back with the pizzas. Everybody was like, just like, goes to eat the pizzas. And then Abed's like, I wonder what happened to the other timelines. And then Troy and Abed are like, who cares? And they're like, there's something.
They're like all like being all like giggly and, you know, messing around with each other.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm fine.
It is a different timeline.
It is a different timeline.
New timeline.
New timeline.
So we got a 6.
Okay. Starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
Just so you know, Jeff, you are now creating
6 different timelines.
Of course I am, Abed. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Britta.
Great.
Great. You know what's great? Air travel.
No.
I've flown a lot of airplane stories. I once had sex with Eartha Kitt.
Okay, I'm going to check on my pies.
You guys are my
I'm gonna
best.
get a drink.
Oh my god. Are you okay?
Barely felt it.
Let me look at it in the bathroom.
The bathroom's open now.
Ah.
Did you fill the toilet olives?
We're good. I checked.
You're the best.
So it's Britta. She goes to leave. Pierce tries to tell the Eartha Kitt story. Shirley goes to check on her pies. Jeff tries to leave, but then hits his head. Then since the bathroom's open, they go into the bathroom.
Yeah.
Him and they go into the bathroom.
Yes.
Stay up all night talking in our bunk beds?
You're doing.
Here, Troy. Happy housewarming.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Pierce.
You make a good nurse, Annie.
Thank you. I actually had to apply a tourniquet the other day. A guy got stabbed outside my building.
What? Annie, you gotta get the hell out of that apartment.
You don't have to treat me like a kid anymore, remember?
Yeah, but adults still need to be protected. I can't help but worry about you, Annie.
Oh no, that's so sweet.
And then they have a talk about how like Annie should stop like living in her like place because it's terrible. And then Annie's like, you don't need to protect me. I'm not a kid anymore. And he's like, yeah, but adults need to be protected and like more attention.
And yeah, it's basically just like he's like, but I care about you, kind of. And it's like, oh, we're getting a little close here.
Yeah.
We're getting a little close.
Troy opens up the gift, and then he's like freaking out because like Pierce was kind of like pointing the Norwegian doll.
Oh my god.
What's going on in here?
Pierce is terrorizing Troy because he's jealous we moved in together.
You're the one who's jealous.
Why would I be jealous?
Because you're lonely and crazy.
Mean?
That's not nice.
Hey guys, this is Toby, our pizza delivery guy, and I know this is gonna sound nuts, but we're in love and we're getting married.
Great.
Great job, Britta.
I wonder what happened to all those other times.
Wait, there are other timelines?
He's fine.
Yeah, man.
And scaring him, and then Abed calls out that he's jealous of that Pierce is living with him. He's like there.
Yeah.
Britta arrives with the pizza guy and says that they're getting married.
Yeah. Which is so out of left field. It's the most out of left field.
Something I forget. I don't remember exactly when this happens, but like at points, like the replica of the Indiana Jones thing, like sometimes like someone will hit it and then the boulder falls down.
Yeah.
But Abed's always there to catch it.
Yes.
So, or like it's because he's like paying attention to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's the timelines.
Yeah. What's the other timeline?
We roll a 1. Yeah.
Okay. Starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
Just so you know, Jeff, you were not creating
6 different timelines.
Of course I am, Abed.
Ha.
1, Troy.
Damn it. I'm gonna go as fast as I can so I don't miss anything.
Yeah.
You know,
I know enough about the show where I think I know what's gonna happen here.
I'm checking on my pies.
I think you know the end result.
Yeah.
Which is Troy.
Yes.
Troy says, I want to come up here really quickly. So he bolts and then hits the thing. And then the boulder goes down. And nobody notices. So then it starts like going. And then we get the No.
Yeah.
Britta goes to the bathroom. Doesn't hit the boulder thing.
Bathroom?
You don't have to.
Jeff, tell us about your father.
I'm gonna get a drink.
Oh my god, are you okay?
Barely felt it.
Let me look at it in the bathroom.
Oh my god.
I'm dying. I am
dying. Jeff goes up to get a drink, hits his head again. Also, Shirley goes to check on her pies. Yeah. Probably worth the kit in there.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I don't know where Abed was at this point, but I guess he was like showing Britta the bathroom, so he couldn't like say like, oh, Britta's in the bathroom.
Right.
So then Jeff and Andy are going to walk him over to the bathroom to get the head wound. Annie slips on the boulder.
Yep.
Falls. Like shoots up and like breaks a bunch of stuff. And then Pierce like tries to go and like check to see what's going on as like her purse falls. The gun shoots in her.
She has a gun and it goes off.
It goes off. Hits Pierce in the leg.
Yeah.
He falls. He's dying. There's like blood splurting out. It hits Shirley.
Literally blood everywhere.
Britta like comes out of the bathroom. She's going on. Freaks out. She's got her joint in her mouth.
Yeah.
It drops. There's a fire.
Yep.
And then everybody, and then she's like still hot. She's like, water, I need water. Jeff goes like, yep,
there it is. There it is. Oh my god.
Starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
Just so you know, Jeff, you were not
I'm
creating
creating 6 different
Of
timelines.
course I am, Abed.
Getting a shirt and I'm like flaring that around.
Yeah.
And so the end of this is definitely a meme
Yes.
of Troy coming in and he's just like, and then.
He has the pizzas and then it's literally
So I'm like,
chaos.
I knew you didn't know the build up to the meme, but I'm like, you know the memes.
I've seen the actual scene before. I've seen the point where like starting where like I think like around Annie tripping and then where it all like snowballs. Yeah. I've seen that scene a few times. So like yeah, because that's made its way around the internet quite a few times.
And then Troy sees like the Norwegian doll. He's like, no,
and it's like staring like menacingly as if to say it was me.
So that's pure chaos. Mm-hmm. I hope there's other timelines.
I sure hope there's other timelines. Oh my god. It's so good.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Abed, I'm on it.
You know who else was on it? And you know what it is.
Everybody give me money.
Oh, that ascot really softens your personality.
I banged Eartha Kitt.
Great.
I love universal constants.
I'm getting drink.
Oh my god, are you okay?
Barely felt it.
Well, let me look at it in the bathroom.
Britta's in the bathroom.
We roll a 5, and it's Abed, and Abed wants money.
Yeah.
So then I guess he gets some. Pierce exclaims that he banged her with a kit. Britta tries to sing. Jeff stops her. So then she goes to the bathroom to get lit, as it says here. Troy walks her into the bathroom. Jeff then hits his head on the ceiling fan. Yeah. Britta's in the bathroom. So then they go to the kitchen.
Oh no, what happened?
Minor head wound. Oh my god. What smells amazing?
Oh, someone's pie!
Those pies might actually be good.
Good nurse.
Oh my god. They taste just like regular sized pies.
Oh, yay!
Happy housewarming.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Pierce. Hey, while we're alone, I just want to say thanks for letting me live with you.
Sometimes I feel like making desserts is the only thing I'm good for in the group.
But now it's time for me to try and make it on my own. Just like you did.
Aw.
Shirley's like getting the pies, and they're like obviously like throughout like when they're trying to heal, when Annie's trying to heal Jeff's like head wound, they're like flirting.
Yeah. Obviously.
And then Britta comes out of the bathroom high, and she's like, "What smells good?" And then Britia's like, "Ooh, pies!" And then she leaves the kitchen.
Like Shirley is so excited that someone is asking for her pies,
Those
that she
pies
just takes the pies and books it.
Those pies look good.
They do.
And they're mini pies.
Oh man.
You can eat a whole thing. You can eat a whole one and not feel that bad.
Love a good mini pie.
Right. So then Britta just starts like going like hump, like oh my god, these so good. And then
I can't help but worry about you, Annie.
Yeah, I don't think you should open this.
No, what? What are you talking about?
You're very important to me.
I was not supposed to eat your stuff. We all made an agreement. Crap. I was not supposed to say that out loud. Crap. Okay, cards on the table. I'm really high right now.
Seriously.
There it is.
A water pick. A speedboat. 2 water picks.
2 water picks.
I can't believe I'm feeding my pies to a drug addict.
Drug addict? You're a pie pusher. You push pies to get love.
Give it, Pierce! It feels fun!
Because so then Jeff and Annie are alone and there's no other interruption, so then they kiss.
Yeah. Yep. They do. They kiss. Sure do.
And then also Pierce gives Troy his gift, but then Troy says something like, "Hey, like I really appreciate you like letting me live with you for a few years."
Like when they have a moment alone, like Troy feels comfortable to be like, "Hey, thank you for that."
And I know I like thank you, so now I can make it as a man on my own like you did.
Yeah.
And then Pierce like crap.
Shit. And he won't like apologize or like he won't like be upfront about like what's going on.
He's just like, "Nope, give me the gift." And then they're
And so they
fighting
just
over the
fight
gift.
over it, yeah.
And then the gift opens and they're like, "Oh man."
Sorry. I just had a weird deja vu.
Bad at gift giving!
Yes.
That thing you said about worrying about me, something my dad always
Oh
said.
no.
So I brought it up.
You shouldn't have.
Reminded me of my dad.
Oh.
Nah.
Little Makeup 101, less dad talk, and you could ease up on the bubblegum lip gloss.
Oh my god.
No, you.
Pizza time!
Yay!
Godless hippie skank.
You're a sick, sad, twisted old man, and I hope you die alone.
I wonder what happened in all those other times. I gotta say, I hope this is the real one because I just found a nickel in the hallway.
Oh my god.
So then they get upset, and then Shirley gets upset because Britta kind of blurts out that like she wasn't supposed to eat the baking, and like we weren't trying to.
Yeah, like they had like a group pact to not engage.
And that's
with
what
any
Shirley
baked
says.
goods.
Like sometimes it feels like baking is all I'm good at. And then also with some of the stuff that Jeff was saying after they're finished baking out, Annie says, "Oh, it's kind of neat if we're like a thing about protecting." Like that's something my dad would say. And we're like, no.
Yep, Annie pulls the whole like, "Oh, that's so funny. Reminds me of my dad." It's like major buzzkill. Don't do that.
And then
Don't do that.
she's about to go back into the kissing, and Jeff's like,
Maybe don't do that.
no. Also, bubblegum lip gloss.
Yeah.
So then Abed comes in. Everybody's just like sad.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and like, yeah, this is the most chaotic of like the interpersonal relationships one.
Right.
Where it's like everyone, it's like, oh, there's a reason why we didn't let certain things get to certain points.
yes.
So
then Abed's just kind of like, yep. I wonder what happened to the other timelines.
Yeah.
So one more timeline.
Okay. Starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
Just so you know, Jeff, you were
We're not creating 6 different timelines.
Of course I am, Abed.
I don't think you should. Chaos already dominates enough of our lives. The universe is an endless, raging sea of randomness. Our job isn't to fight it, but to weather it together on the raft of life. A raft held together by those few, rare, beautiful things that we know to be predictable.
Ropes? Vines. Vines? Let him finish.
Oh my god. She's so high.
It won't matter what happens to us.
Well, at that point.
Honest and accepting of each other's flaws and
spiritually.
virtues.
The true timeline.
So it goes up, and then Abed catches the dice and kind of this whole thing about chaos and how it ruins, runs our lives, and that like we kind of need to like weather it essentially, and calls Jeff a conniving son of a bitch because
Annie will always be driven. Shirley will always be giving. Pierce will never apologize. Britta's sort of a wild card from my perspective. And Jeff will forever remain a conniving son of a bitch.
Abed.
There are 6 sides to this die and 7 of us. He devised a system by which you can never execute the pizza.
son of a bitch.
Ah, nice.
Jackrabbit.
Nice.
Pretty low, dude. It's called friendship. Look it up. And Carter it.
Card it.
I think we just found our pizza getter.
Yeah.
Oh, like it matters who goes.
So funny.
Karma.
If you realize the way that he said it, it would have meant that he would never, because the 6 dice are 7 of them, so he went 1.
Yeah.
So he would never get the pizza.
And so that sets it up there. And so the true timeline is the one where Jeff gets the pizza.
Jeff gets the pizza, he hits his head, and everybody's like laughing because karma.
Yeah.
And then they leave, and then Britta turns on the music, are finally like, and then Shirley's gonna go check on her pies.
That guy sucks harder than the toilet in an airplane bathroom.
Airplane bathroom.
Oh, my pies.
Roxanne! You don't have to put on the red light. So it's all over. You don't have to sell your body to the night. Roxanne!
I love your place.
You should move here.
Yay! Eartha Kitt in there, and then finally she goes, Roxanne! And then they just dance to Roxanne.
And then we get to do, once the Roxanne is completed, then we are in the true timeline.
And everybody's like, oh, and then they start dancing and having a good time.
Everyone's having a great time.
Abed suggests that maybe Annie moves in with them.
Yeah.
I don't get her out of Jildopolis, let's be frank.
Yeah. We want her to be in a better neighborhood.
Yep. Pierce decides not to give Troy the gift. So, you know. It's right. Roxanne! You don't have to put on the red lights.
You guys see what happens when I leave you alone, huh?
You don't have to put on the red lights. 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 Put on the red lights.
Nice. Good stuff.
And then we just dance around, and then Jeff comes in saying, like seeing everybody having a good time, and he's just kind of like, it's fun.
It's good.
Dancing.
Yay, it's happy.
The end?
To Pierce. May he rest in Pierce.
Shirley, don't you think you've had enough?
Of you.
Guys, I've been thinking about that night over and over. One thing has become clear. This is the darkest, most terrible timeline.
Enough with the timeline crap, Abed. Pierce got shot in the leg and died. Shirley's a drunk. Annie's locked in a mental ward because her guilt drove her insane. Jeff lost an arm in the fire. Troy lost his larynx because for some dumb reason he tried to destroy a flaming troll doll by eating it. Life has gone to hell, Abed.
The end.
Okay, so then the end tag is when we get to the darkest timeline.
End tag it's a long end tag.
We get to the darkest timeline, which is the end, which is the one with Troy.
Yes, the darkest timeline is the most chaotic.
So,
one.
because of the events of that timeline, Pierce is dead. I wonder, because he got shot in the leg, though. Unless, like, maybe, like, blood loss? Because I feel like you
I
can
think there's a major artery in the leg, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Annie had a breakdown, is in a psychiatric ward.
Yeah.
Shirley became an alcoholic. Mm-hmm. Jeff lost an arm.
Jeff just lost an arm. Yeah, from the fire, I guess, because he was...
Troy's voice box is damaged because he tried to eat the Norwegian troll doll.
I mean, how else are you going to deal with a Norwegian troll?
A hammer.
Well, you must consume it.
This is real. Look at us. Look at me.
Britta, you put one wash-away blue streak in your hair, and I lost an arm.
Exactly. Life got dark.
All because Jeff rolled a 1.
Oh, I love how this is my fault somehow.
It's mine. I've run through that night over and over in my head, and I keep coming back to one thought. I should have caught the die and not let you roll it. I failed to do that, and we all suffered for it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make it up to you.
What is this?
Of all the timelines, this is clearly the darkest, which is why I propose we commit to being evil. I made us all black goatees out of felt. I suggest you put them on until you're able to grow your own. From now on, I'm Evil Abed. We're the evil study group, and we have but one evil goal. Return somehow to the prime timeline, the one that I stopped you from rolling that die. Then we destroy the good versions of ourselves and reclaim our proper lives.
Hooray.
Evil Abed. As Evil Jeff, am I allowed to pull fewer punches with you?
Certainly.
I hate you! Shut up with your sci-fi crap! I lost my damn arm, and you're making fake beards!
Goatees.
I'll try an evil Abed. Britta's got a blue streak in her hair.
I love just the random blue streak.
And Abed seems fine.
Abed's mostly fine.
So then Abed's like, okay, this is the darkest timeline. Mm-hmm. And we need to embrace. So he's like, he made some goatees out of felt.
Yeah.
And like, let's wear them until we can grow real goatees. Mm-hmm. And then we need to go back to the prime timeline and get this together. Right. And like take over them.
Right. Yeah. They're like, well, if we're going to commit, let's commit. I'm going to be evil. And then we're going to ruin the lives of the people who had it good.
I'm still wondering how Jeff lost an arm.
Well, because he's in the fire, right? Because he was like trying to.
So did like the fire burn his arm?
Yeah, I think it just like
enough so that like it damaged a lot. Okay.
Yeah, it probably became gangrenous.
Gross.
And they would chop it off.
So and then everybody's like kind of like no, but except for Troy. So they're evil together, and then we go back to the prime timeline, and then Abed kind of feels something ominous.
Yeah, he has like there's like a shift, a change in the force.
Yep.
And he's like, oh shit.
What did we learn today?
Don't leave things up to chance.
Yep.
Be the master of your own ship.
Yep.
Don't make out with people who remind you of your father. Don't get high unless you invite everyone else.
Chaos is all around us, and we just need to weather it.
Chaos is all around us. We just need to weather it.
Multiverse arcs are really hard to do, but if you do them right, they're a lot of fun.
Yes. I like this one was good though, because it's like here's all the possibilities and then we end on the true timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like I felt like it was a good sequencing of like really innocuous to progressively getting like the most chaos and then back to like
well, I do like the innocuous stuff because basically it's like setting up everything that can go wrong, and then you get to the timelines where everything goes wrong,
and then it's like, all right, yeah,
because people always say like the first time, like I think because I didn't really think about that, but you're kind of right, like the one with Troy that like felt like okay, that's one where everything goes wrong, but also the one with Abed it is also the one where everything goes wrong.
It's like there's one where everything is like the most like funny chaotic wrong, and there's one where it's like the most like damaging like emotional.
I think like
people in the group.
I found the YouTube like somebody I think it was like the community YouTube page like put up all the timelines, and I thought that there was names for all of them.
Okay,
but I think it was just that one, just the saddest timeline.
The saddest timeline.
So yeah, and also like the wiki has a lovely chart, basically like saying like timeline, Pizza Getter, and that's what happens to them versus Pizza Getter, darkest timeline. The prime timeline is the one with Jeff. Dan Harmon has said that.
Okay, yeah.
So it doesn't really matter what else happens, but yeah. So what'd you think of this?
Oh, it was great. What a fantastic setup for an episode. It's just a well-crafted, fun episode with a lot of good gags, and just a good time. Yeah,
so I think, like, I was excited for you to watch this one. Also, like, people kept considered as, like, the best episode of Community.
Really?
Well, I mean, like, I think it's just, like, it looked like it was probably a lot of hard work. Because, like, you have to, like, a lot of like sequential stuff had to like be the same. You had to like make sure like all the setups were correct.
Yeah.
So
no, it's a really solid, really dang good episode. It's really good. I really liked it. Yeah, it's interesting. Whenever we get to something that's like really good, I have less to say, but it's because I'm like, yeah, man, it's good. It was a great time. I enjoyed it.
I mean, we can talk about other multiverse stuff. Although I haven't seen Doctor Strange, but Everything Everywhere All at Once is very good.
That's a very good movie. But no, it's okay. We don't have to do that. But
when I want an everything bagel.
Word. I have some at my place. Maybe I'll have one.
Are they like good ones though?
They're from Costco.
I like from a good quality bakery.
What's a good quality bagel place?
I don't know. It depends on where you. I only like Manhattan bagels look good for me, but that's like I've grown up with that. Mm-hmm. Probably somewhere in New York.
Yeah. Well, like yeah. I mean, I was asking more so locally.
No, I don't know. We haven't actually been able to. We've been complaining about that in my house, so we can't find any.
Oh, you can't find like a good bagel place.
Yeah. So also like, what are your? I guess like my thing is like, so like some stuff is like I would say like romantic stuff is a bit established. It's not like I don't know if it's like established, but like some romantic stuff happens in separate timelines. So like, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it all like really plays to things that were. It's really just backpacking on things that have been established previously. So like Jeff and A stuff, we know there's been a weird tension with that. And there's continually being a weird tension with that. So like that's a thing. And then Troy and Britta is also a thing that's been like
a little bit
it's joked about in the past, and like it keeps like just coming up on occasion, just like really even more subtle than the Jeff and Annie stuff. So it's there, but it's funny when it comes up. It is most funny when it's not in like the canon timelines. It's just like, oh, we could have gone there. So it's good. I like all the messy stuff, and it's really fun to like get so messy with these timelines.
I do like the stuff that goes like really far is like not into the prime timelines. I'm like, what does that mean? If it means anything.
Yeah.
So like, does it really matter if like Jeff and Annie made out in this timeline?
Or, it doesn't, but I think it made for a good drama, a good story, good mess.
Hey.
Good mess.
You like Shirley's apron?
I did like Shirley. It was good. Yeah. I could go for some of her pies right now, I'm not gonna lie.
I wonder what kind of pies they were. It's like different like flavoring.
They looked, I don't know, looked like a peach.
Also, I feel like she'll probably bake them at her house because I feel like she's got a better oven.
Probably, yeah.
Also, what do you think of Charlie Abed's apartment?
That felt standard, like a standard first apartment, kind of old, a little musty.
I guess I'm thinking on like a TV standard because like you know how like they're always way nicer.
Yeah.
So what do you like? What does this kind of feel like a normal?
It felt a lot closer to normal than I think other apartments on TV feel.
Yeah.
So I was happy about that.
Yeah.
I say that I've seen some good set design for like apartments and stuff. As far as like, oh yeah, this feels legitimate. Or my biggest thing is I get mad when I'm watching shows and like people are like lounging at home and they're wearing shoes in the house. Or they're wearing like shoes like in the bedroom or like on the bed. I get so mad about that. I'm like, stop wearing shoes on the bed. That's not realistic. But
except for slippers.
Yeah, you can get away with it with like a pair of slippers.
Yeah, I was thinking because I think I was like something with like I remember like dorm rooms like making me mad. Although I was watching Friday Night Lights and that dorm actually looked like a dorm, like it was small. They were bunk beds.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking of Buffy the Vampire Slayer in their dorm rooms, and I was like, that's really unrealistic. Like, first of all, it looked like they had like full beds each.
I want to look this up now because I'm curious.
I don't know if there's a picture of it, but it was like a full bed, and then like there was like a sink in the room, and like it was like a pretty big dorm. And I'm like, okay, so either like you paid a good amount of money for that dorm, or I don't know if you can find it because I'm like, I don't think anybody's been annoyed by that except for me.
Oh, like this? Is this it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's huge.
Right?
That's huge. Like the color of the walls is there, but like the actual size.
I mean, it's California. It's like maybe it's different, but like,
yeah, no, but they're too big. What? There's so much space
I
here.
know.
There's too much space in there. Dude, we were like crawling on top of each other back in the day.
The only time it was nice was when they like made that new thing. That's because you had your own room, and even they were not that big.
They were even more expensive. Crazy. That was scam. Anyway, state school. State school.
I mean, if you can like have another home, do that.
Yeah. But
do you want some trivia?
We'd love some trivia.
Abed is a diorama of Indiana Jones. which proudly shows off his to his guests. He mentions being a huge fan of the franchise in the season 1 episode. Also, he's confessed being disappointed in the last one, although the 5th one's coming out.
Oh yeah, I don't want to engage with that. It's so funny. There's so many things now that like reboots and remakes and like sequels. I'm like, I don't want to engage with this anymore.
Neither.
Like I refuse to acknowledge because it's just at the point where I'm just like, I'm tired.
I do want to see the Barbie movie.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's different.
That looks good.
That's different. That's not even. No, that's. But
that's still like a product of like a toy, like a.
Yeah, but like it's not. When I talk about like franchises, I mean like franchises of movies, like not like a brand or something. No,
okay.
The Barbie movie seems fun.
So you do want to see the remake of The Little Mermaid?
No.
God, those animals look really creepy.
Yes. And it's so soulless. It's so soulless.
I know.
But I digress. Anyway, Community.
Yeah, it's like Barbie looks good just because like it's like you can tell the team behind you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Abed says pizza time when coming back with the pizza, and this time on the reference to Spider-Man 2. The song Roxanne by the Police.
Sometimes pizza.
Yeah. The song Roxanne is the Police frequently mentioned. I feel like the first time I ever heard the song Roxanne was actually in Moulin Rouge, but it's a tango. Yeah. That's a good version. That's
it is actually a good version of that, yeah.
But then I heard that and I'm like, oh, it's Roxanne.
I love that song though.
Both versions. Mm-hmm. And even the one, because they do it differently in the Broadway show, also good. The group plays board game Yahtzee. How do you play Yahtzee?
I haven't played it since 2006, so
I don't think I've ever played.
I played it once and I think I won, and it was the most crazy like circumstances where like I was losing and the only way I could win is in the last very move to get full Yahtzee, and then I did, and I was like, that's never gonna happen again for the rest of my life. That's one of those moments.
I think like we used the dice because I think like when we had a bunch of dice. I think somebody got Yahtzee. But I just seen the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and they play a game with dice, and I'm like, I want to play that, but I didn't know how to play it either.
Yeah, nice.
Pierce gives Troy a Norwegian troll doll, which is actually a real product and sold in Norway gift shops.
Nice.
If we ever go to Norway and we find it.
Oh my god.
We like have to.
We gotta go to Norway? I'd go to Norway.
I don't know. That's like that one time. It's like that one time I went to Ireland, and I found a keychain with my name on it, and I'm like, what? So I have to buy this.
Yeah.
I forget where. It's somewhere in my drawers, but I still have it.
That's nice. Was there a keychain with my name on it?
I think we just met that year, so I didn't check.
That's fair. No, I just like out of curiosity because my name's Irish, but
it might be there then.
Well, it's not it's an Irish word, but it's not an Irish name, so it could either way.
Maybe, but it's funny when I was in Rhode Island. We went to like one of those like beach shops. Mm-hmm. We were like looking through like the name things, and my mom and sister were like and we were like joking like for my name, and we couldn't find it. And I'm like disappointed yet again, and my sister just cracked up.
Yeah.
When criticizing Jeff for his selfish actions, Pierce says Encarta, the word friendship, a reference to the now defunct online multimedia encyclopedia that was produced by Microsoft.
Nice.
I don't even remember that.
I don't even remember that.
Let me see. Hold on.
Love a good. Oh man. Oh shit, that looks
familiar. That does look familiar.
Doesn't it? Yeah, that looks so vaguely.
Well, especially because it relates to like 2009.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I think that might have been when I got my Mac though.
Okay.
All right. Anyway. In each timeline, Pierce tries to tell a story about sleeping with the singer-actress Eartha Kitt.
Mm-hmm.
I like Eartha Kitt.
Oh, Eartha Kitt's great. Oh, she's fantastic.
Speaking of Emperor's New Groove.
Oh my god, yeah, it keeps going full circle.
Pull the lever, Crunk. Wrong lever. The Darkest Timeline sees Abed cutting out fake goatees to the evil study group. Mm-hmm. This is a direct reference to Star Trek and its mirroring universe concept where the evil alternate versions of the main characters would appear. The mirror version of Spock was differentiated by having a goatee.
Nice. That's good. Evil goatee.
Also, like, I don't know if it's probably in here, but because I told you that Joel McHale and Ken Jeong like started a podcast.
Yes.
And it's called The Darkest Timeline because it started during COVID, and they were also like trying to give like tips for like nudes about COVID, as well as community. Oh, ironically, although this led to facial hair being a pop culture significant for evil twins, in Star Trek, Mirror Spock himself was actually the one mirror character portrayed to be just as good as and reasonable as his counterpart in the prime timeline.
That's actually really funny.
Because we watch Star Trek.
Yeah. No. You know. May the force be with you. I got it.
I can't even do that. Like,
you can't?
Not really. Like, I can. It just hurts, I think.
I don't think it's supposed to hurt.
I guess because I didn't actually do it that much. I didn't know what it was for the longest time.
Yeah, well, you're going like this. Can you like make them like evil? Like on a evil?
Well, how's that?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay. I think I just need to practice it. Anyway. In the kitchen, Troy and Abed's apartment. Oh, I mentioned, so remember in Basic Genealogy?
Yeah.
Where in the end credits, Troy and Abed got stuck in the vending machine?
Yes.
So on their refrigerator is a magnet of that.
Oh, haha, nice.
Abed is shown catching the ball, falling from the Nina Jones model. This is a reference to Minority Report, where Withered catches the ball before it falls in the scene which discusses free will and termination. You ever seen Minority Report?
No.
I mean, it's got Tom Cruise, but it's good.
Nice.
An Andy Warhol-style multi-picture of Troy's on the wall. I think I missed that. But it's like, I'll look it up again.
Nice.
This episode was originally intended to be the third episode aired, but Harmon felt that they needed more time to edit it properly and switch the air dates with competitive ecology. This is reference when Britta asked Annie about the number to Troy and Abed's apartment, which is 303. So basically, Britta says, is this 304? No, it's 303.
Oh, nice. That's funny.
Same as production code for each episode, and the fourth one aired.
Yeah.
The ending of the Darkest Timeline, where while Troy's holding the pizzas, is possible homage to the ending of the third segment in 4 Rooms.
Okay.
No. Where Antonio Banderas is holding his wife and the room is in chaos. I only know that I was watching a Todd in the Shadows thing, because basically like a movie where the Tim Robbins is like a bellhop, but it's 4 different segments and it's like different directors. So I know like one was Tarantino, one was Robert Rodriguez.
Okay.
But Madonna was in one where like she was a witch with like her daughter lover, and they were trying to like resurrect their god. And I just remember this bit of like they had all this like ingredients, so they're like pouring them into the thing, and like I guess like one of them needed to be like semen. So the person's like rhyming like why she didn't have semen, because she was like I forget the full thing, but it was kind of like, but I got hot, so then I swallowed.
Oh no!
And then she would go to Tim Robbins to get more semen.
Oh Jesus!
And then they resurrect the goddess. I think we should name this.
You just said so many words that didn't make any sense back to back to back to back, and I'm so confused.
Not even the
right
one
now.
part where the one witch freaks out and then just shoots fire out of her mouth.
So it just keeps getting worse. It keeps getting more confusing. I don't really know what's going on here.
Drugs.
Remember, kids. Drugs.
Danny Pudi enjoys playing Yahtzee.
Nice.
Community creator Dan Harmon posted on a Tumblr blog exclusive pictures showing how the Remedial Chaos story was broken down, and the writers are using story circle to each character, so it's just like fun writer stuff.
Oh, cool.
And then
okay,
so it looks very mathematical. I love how writing sometimes this comes up as like
writing things. Good stuff.
And Community of the Complete third season DVD commentaries is mentioned that securing the rights to the song Roxanne used up most of the series' music budget.
Most of the season's music budget? Holy shit.
So this results in using the songs such as Daybreak in many remaining season 3 songs, which I've hummed a couple times. It's like da 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 da.
I didn't recognize that.
I think it's just like a random like elevator music song, because it's cheap. Unlike Roxanne.
That's fair, yeah.
Do we have a comment corner?
All right, are you ready for a comment corner?
I might put up like on like what the graph thing is, because I just like this graph a lot for the timelines, where it says like basically like here's what everybody did in each timeline, and even like what they thought of the pizza person when they came back afterwards.
Nice. Hey guys, it's time.
Comment.
It's time for a comment corner. We're going to talk about critical film studies.
Woohoo!
Super Duper 1938 asks for an IT crowd reactions next, and then which is not really how we do the show.
Yeah, we never seen that. It might be like a Patreon thing, but neither of us have seen that show.
Also, Zom responds and lets them know that we already have our next series picked out. Thank you, Zom. Got my back there. Let's see. Silas McNunny Business says, when Abed says downtown, it sounded very Midwest. Wouldn't you know it? Danny Pudi is from Chicago.
Nice.
Half Man, Half Centaur says Danny Pudi is a genuinely great actor. I enjoy watching him so much.
Because the one thing with, like, Abed is that, like, he's mainly just, like, one knows not the right word, but very much, like...
He's a very stoic character.
But then when he tries to be a different character, he, like, has to go on...
You're like, oh my god, wait, that guy can act. Which is so much fun. G. Page says, there's an episode of Cougar Town that has Abed in the background, and even a community episode with a couple of actors from Cougar Town in the background as well. We have discussed that.
We talked about that in an episode, and then they were in the paintball finale.
Sabo says, absolutely love this episode, and the look it gives into Jeff's mindset, which is so messed up. Guy's got issues. If you enjoy Ayode, I would watch the show Travelman, where he takes other British comedians to other countries.
Oh, Richard Ayoade. Yeah,
Ayoade. Oh my god, I'm awful. Sorry. And often they fall in love with his strange charm. Django is the best Tarantino film.
I've seen clips of Richard Ayoade Travelman. It's basically just, like, they'll go to a different country and, like, explore stuff. I remember the one with Paul Rudd, and I think they were in Amsterdam, and they got licorice. Mm-hmm. And so then they both eat the licorice, and Richard Ayoade's kind of like, that's not bad. And then meanwhile, Paul Rudd is just, like, gagging on the licorice.
I can see why that clears mucus.
It clears everything. You know,
I've got to say, I don't mind that.
Really?
I don't mind that.
I understand different countries have their own kind of tastes and candies, but this seems like an entirely different species would enjoy something like this.
Funniest thing.
Oh man, I really hate licorice. Like black licorice, I can't do it. I've tried so
My mom
times.
loves it, and I almost bought her some in Amsterdam, and the guy was like, "It's American licorice." Like, no. But my mom's like, I probably would have liked it. I'm like, fair.
Yeah, well, American licorice is like Twizzlers though, so it's different.
I don't like it either, so we're on the same page somewhere.
Jonathan Librarian made a comment about Nifty 50s. I think we've talked about that.
We mentioned because you're saying like milkshakes, and then Nifty, and then we said Nifty 50s, and then I realized that the diner we're talking about was a different diner, but besides the point.
Yeah.
We're talking about how milkshakes and diners are great because they give you a shit ton of milkshake.
So much, and then you have like even the leftover in the thing. It's so good. They also say this episode is one of my favorites of the more grounded episodes, despite never having seen either movie. I knew enough about My Dinner with Andre to pick up the reference in Jeff's opening monologue. It's been on my watch someday list since forever. Man, I have one of those lists and it's very long.
Yeah.
Richard Ayoade is Bay. I think I've seen every big fat quiz appearance and wish he'd go on QI more often. The British IT crowd has a great many things to recommend it. But its reputation has been tarnished somewhat by a notoriously transphobic episode later and trivia statements from the creator, but still worth the watch. So it'd be like that.
It'd be like that. Yeah,
we watch Community, which has its fair share of gay jokes in it, so it'd be like that.
It'd be like that. Also, like I said this before, like at the time period of like, if people like recognize it nowadays and they moved on from that, I'm like,
yeah. But. Now we're going to read the comments from Competitive Wine Tasting.
Competitive Wine Tasting. I'm editing this. Remember that.
All right. J2U says, don't worry about not knowing Emmanuel in Space. The only reason I know it is because there was a softcore American version that came on HBO in the early 2000s. By the way, it starred the hot woman in the elevator in Liar Liar, Krista Allen, and the guy who played Johnny Cage, Lyndon Ashby, in the first Mortal Kombat movie.
Nice.
Hansi Kirsch has just timestamps and corrects something that we said. So I don't remember what it was. So that's okay. Vicky Turner quotes the My Emotions. ViralPut.exe also quotes that the professor is so old line, which is very good. But they also say, by the way, I think that they pick actual classes instead of electives so they can continue to be a study group together. Sure, by now they're friends, family basically, and can chill outside of class and school, but the study group in the study room offers them a certain level of bonding time, which is kind of like we explored that in the first episode of the third season. Also quotes the monologue by the professor at the end about the pain of not having enough pain is still pain, which is really funny.
We're not writers.
We're not writers. We're actors. Zom says, I love her insult against Jeff. That was very creative. Oh, about the one chick in the episode. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Haha. Take that, winger. Gabby Chan says, oh, you read my comment? I think this is about us talking about Chainsaw Man. To give you more context, I was obsessed with it when Chainsaw Man anime came out. I would be running to my computer the second the episode dropped. Still in my top 5 and waiting for the second season. The manga is amazing. Still here watching your videos, by the way. Your community reactions are the best. Thank you so much. And I will tell you, I did finally watch Chainsaw Man. I watched the entire first season. Man, I get it. I get the hype, honestly. No, it's a I mean, I don't think you would like it, but I really like how it does characters, as well, I would say. But that's all I say about that. Anyway.
So we got through the Remedial Chaos Theory.
Yay! Oh, good episode. Great time. I really enjoyed that.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Patreon, Gmail. Rate, review, comment, subscribe, share, retweet, email.
Sorry, I wanted to...
Follow. Give us money.
I wanted to beatbox under that.
Give us money. Listen, thank you.
Money.
All right.
Yeah.
So next time, we're going to be watching Horror Fiction in 7 Spooky Steps.
Ooh.
And Advanced Gay.
What?
That's what it's called.
Okay.
Like happy.
Sure, Dara. Sure.
No, I know what happens in that episode. It's fine.
Okay, great.
It's kind of fine.
We'll see when we get there.
It's semi-fine.
Oh my god. All right.
It's fine.
It's fine.
All right. So first action action. I'm Dara Whitman.
I'm Concluder.
Peace. Bow, bow.